Hello, Enid, and welcome to another city update. Here with your host, Derrick Silas. With me today, of course, is Assistant City Manager Scott Morris.
Good afternoon, Enid.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
Good.
It's a little chilly out. But I think we got to say January has been a pretty good month for weather overall. Last weekend was fantastic, and Friday and Saturday especially. So, and I think we're going to avoid some of that slick stuff. There was a big thing people were concerned about at the end of last week for ice storms, and it looks like that's all south and east of us. So that's great.
Great news. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I like the cold weather. So, And today is also National, I'm going to say, Big Bread Day because of the big bread we have here. Croissant, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
National Croissant Day. So all of you croissant lovers have some croissants with some, I guess they call it jelly, but maybe a pomegranate. I don't know what to call the just jelly that's
cream
more
cheese. People put whatever.
Yeah. More sophisticated jelly. Yep. So that's good. Anyway. All right. So just want to announce too, and I want to say congratulations to, I think it's Mila O'Brien, who's going to be the kid governor of the state of Oklahoma, and she's from Enid, the Prairie View School, Prairie View Elementary School, and she'll be inaugurated on Monday at the state capitol. This is, as you see on the picture on the right, that's the past 5 governors, with the 2 past kid governors at that time. But if Oklahoma became an official kid governor state starting at the beginning of this August, the 2022-2023 term. But they had an actual 5th grade curriculum for this to teach them the ins and outs of government, which is pretty neat.
That's great. All right. Young woman, I got to tell you, I got to say, let's stay away from any new taxes, especially that will adversely affect, municipalities. So,
right. They said in her her mental health awareness was her primary focus, and also access to better health care and decreasing the rate of poverty.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, little neat program. They teach them the ins and outs about government. So.
Those are tough ones to tackle, aren't they?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right, and then in the other news here, we want to talk about Laura Gertie, our CBG coordinator, recently went to our sister city.
That's right. There's a ministry called Hosanna Ministries, and I'm sure there's some others that join up and do some work in Niger, Africa. That's the city of Kolo, and a lot of the work that they do is around drilling water wells for those residents and building infrastructure, schools, some different places like that to kind of help to take care of people. And one of our own, Laura Gertie, she's on that ministry board, traveled with several people, this month. Earlier in the month, and went over there, and they had a medical group. They had a lot of people go through and get some dental care and medical care that they need, and provided all kinds of things for those people. Laura is especially loves to work with a group of Wasabi women, and they're some of the poorest people on the planet, really. They live in little huts, and they are completely separated from what we know as our Western world and culture. I mean, they are
electricity and
such.
Yeah,
they are out there. And so she's got that's Laura right there in the picture, and she's probably in that picture there. She might be buying some different crafts and artwork that some of the women put together and help support them. I know that they raised some money and I think bought, I don't know how many goats and different things for that tribe and helped them. So, but Kolo is a sister city, and so earlier in the month at one of our council meetings, we had a proclamation for Kolo, and they presented that to the mayor of the city over there, and it was a successful trip, and now Laura's back with us. And by the way, today is Laura's birthday. Happy birthday, Laura.
Yep. Happy birthday. Awesome. Well, it's always good to hear good news. Helping others is part of that's part of what we are, servants as government workers anyway. So we have one construction item to talk about, East Birch Avenue, which is closed for reconstruction. It started around the 15th of December, and we still have a few more weeks before that is continuously fully fixed. So, which is good because that's one of those streets that was really in need of repair. So.
Absolutely, this is great. Also in that area, well, this is east of 16th Street, but right there, a little bit close to that, is Chestnut and 10th, and we recently opened up an intersection there. That was a great project. We had a ribbon cutting for that, and people look at that and it just looks like an intersection that's been redone, but that was a very expensive project when you consider when we do street repair on things like Birch and on things like that intersection. We want to make sure our utilities are out of the way, so if there's a water break or something like that, we're not tearing up brand new concrete to get in there and make a water repair and then have to pour the concrete again. And so the one on 10th and Chestnut actually had stormwater, sewer, and water. All those utilities were replaced when the intersection was replaced. And then, of course, we always add in ADA compliant sidewalks and all of those things when we do projects like that. So what a good thing that we're doing. We've done a lot of work in that area, and we're going to continue to keep moving down Birch Street. We've identified several other areas on the east side of Enid that we're going to be working on. There's some new water lines going to be coming in this year on Cherokee and Oklahoma, in between about 7th and 20th Street. So that'll be happening in the next year. I'm sure there'll be some closures related to that, sometime in the spring and summer. So great projects that we're doing, and all across town, it's pretty easy to see when you drive around, despite higher interest rates, despite higher construction costs, there's a lot of projects that are moving along in Enid, Oklahoma. And even if you just drive up and down Van Buren, you see, there's a new tire shop going in where the old Hibdon's was. That Parachute blood place is looking great. When you drive by, there's all kinds of activity going on as far as developments in Enid. And one of the things that we should be really proud of, and we'll be opening up in the spring, is the Enid Sports Association, the Advanced Soccer Complex. What an awesome facility that's going to be. Probably here in the next month or so, I'm going to put together some pictures, and maybe we'll get into a little more detail about what that project is and what it looks like. It's not open to the public yet, so if you drive by, you're likely going to be underwhelmed about what you see, because there is a building that doesn't look huge from the street, but it is a giant clubhouse building that's got an indoor facilities for foosball. It's got very nice training rooms, referee rooms, coaches rooms, locker rooms. It's got a concession stand built in. There's a brand new playground out there, and there's just all kinds of wonderful things going on out there at the Enid Soccer Complex. And so we'll highlight that some more in a future meeting, but there's some good things going on in Enid. So when you're driving around in town, despite the high prices of things, there's a lot of development happening in Enid,
which is very good for our community. That's very good for our community. Okay. I do know that there's some board vacancies that are out there. We are looking for, if you want really to get into government, this is one of the chances you can take by applying for one of the boards or commissions. We have about 15 boards. 11 of those, you simply need to be a resident of Enid. The other 4, they have specific requirements, as you can see on the screen. For instance, ADA, they're looking for a person that's any interested resident of Enid, and they're looking for a resident of Enid with a disability. And as you look at the other ones, some need 6 people, some need 5, and what have you on the right side. Those are the requirements, and if you want to be on those boards. So it's always good to get Enidites, Enid residents, to participate in these boards. That's right, and there's instructions there on how to download it. It's also pretty easy to go to our website and click I want to apply for board or commissions. There's a button you can click on there, and then it'll take you to a screen where in the center of it you can hit the apply button,
and just fill out an application right there online. They're pretty quick.
Yes, sir.
And we'll look at your application, and probably February and March will probably take at least 4 council meetings because there's so many openings. We'll probably take at least 4 council meetings to go through, and maybe we'll do 3 or 4 boards per council meeting and get those positions filled. That way, it's not one grueling session of, figuring all of that out.
That'd be good. Good deal. All right, and if you're interested also in working for the City of Enid, you can go to enid.org/careers. Currently, we have 3 positions, full-time positions there: equipment operator for the Streets Department, a call taker, a dispatcher for 911, and a police officer also for the Police Department. So those are some careers there, and just if you don't see something there, just keep looking every week. There are new positions basically every week. So enid.org/careers in order to join the team and be a part of helping in the community that way. We have some meetings coming up. Scott, you want to talk about the study session, commission meetings? I mean, is there any details right now?
You bet. We always have things to talk about, and our next meeting is Tuesday, February the 7th. We'll have a study session at 5, meeting at 6:30. So I think we've got our agenda just about set, but there is still a little bit of time to tweak things and keep things on there. So it ought to be an interesting meeting. The next council meeting after that, normally we do first and third Tuesdays of the month, but when there's holidays, we move our Tuesday meetings to Thursday. And so that is why we will have our second meeting in February on the 23rd, because on the 20th is President's Day, and we will be closed for President's Day. So that's when our next meeting will be, February 27th, MAPC. So far on that agenda, I've got 2 lot splits, 1 rezoning, and a use by review. So we've got a few things on that agenda. Those meetings are very efficient, usually don't take very long. If you've ever tuned in on our YouTube channel or anything to watch one of those meetings, I think the last one was about 2 minutes and 45 seconds long. So they're usually very quick and efficient. So come in person to MAPC meetings. They're at 6 o'clock, usually on the 3rd Monday of the month. Sometimes because of the holidays, for instance, like in February, because Monday the 20th is President's Day, MAPC is the 4th Monday, February 27th.
Correct. Very good. And speaking of MAPC, we do have a new community development person, don't we? That's
right. Alex Hamilton is started today. He's Enid's new community development director, and I'm excited to have him on board. We've been working hard over the last couple of years to really streamline our development process, and we've brought in a professional, and he's born in Okie. He's been out in California for a career, and he's ready to be back in Oklahoma, and we're going to put him to work.
Very good.
Get going.
Awesome. Perhaps we'll have him on here on this program to talk as well.
Yep.
Okay. So just remember, if you want to report any issues or anything that's going on, you can always use our SeeClickFix app. Go to SeeClickFix.com or download the app on your Google Play Store or your iTunes Store. And you can report things like potholes, damaged signs, street lights, any of those, even stray animals. And you can, if you want a bus ride, you can schedule a bus ride there. So anything you see in the community, take a photo of it. You see it, click on that app, and we'll fix it. So that's just letting you know that we're there for you. Other than that, just remember that we're on social media. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all under City of Enid name. And you can also go to, if you have a Roku TV or you have an Apple, if you have an Amazon Fire TV, you can look up our channel also by typing in City of Enid, and you can be updated with all the things that are going on in the city. All our videos will be there you can watch. So just remember, this is cold. It's cold out there today, but stay warm and just make it a great day. Until next time, see ya.